There goes nothing, eh? Hey, I got this saw out. I picked it up a while ago for 40 bucks. That little Craftsman Pro Series, basically a Husqvarna chainsaw. I looked at it a little bit, tried tuning it up. It ran a little rich, but it seemed okay. I tried adjusting it and it was just a little off. But what I thought I'd do is take it apart and kind of clean it up. Have you guys with me? Maybe even sharpen the chain. So here we go. All right. So the cool thing with this saw is they have the tool built in. So you can do kind of like little stuff. But like this, you know, it just has one bolt holding it in. Man, threads are gunky up in here. Next time just to get a wrench. All right, let's take a look at it. So that is an oily mess, holy jamoly. Clutch seems good. Chain seems fine. What we're gonna do is just kind of wipe her down, but that's oily, man. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. All right. There's a slight little bend to it. I don't know if you can see it. For you guys, it looks pretty straight. It's just the slightest bend. Sprocket seems pretty good. This is a little cheesy bar, man. Okay. Let me get a little rag for my hands here. She isn't oily. MF again. Yeah, looks pretty good. I'm just gonna get a little paper towel and kind of clean her up a little bit. Looking at the, oh my goodness, sprocket looks great. Let's see if you can take a look at the teeth on that. Yeah. Wow, it looks good. Guy barely used it. So I'm not gonna go too hard on the cleaning, mostly because they get instantly dirty, but there's some stuff, like there's some big globs right in here of dirt, so I'll kind of chip away at it and, you know, I think I feel pretty good with everything else. What we're gonna do is I finally got some bigger pieces of wood. A neighbor cut down his walnut tree, so very, very hard wood. And I got a couple big pieces of it. And my goal is I have that 330, the 350, and I have this. And we're gonna give them some big time test cuts here. So you see that, it's coming out. I'm not gonna care too terribly much about the dog spikes here, because those will just instantly gunk up anyways. And since you don't really need to do anything with these, this is just a beautification, really. All of this looks wonderful. Look at that. I think sounds good. Clutch seems like it got a little hot a couple of times. See if you can see some of that discolorization on the top. But the spring's okay. So this one's a good wipe down too. Oily mess. These are kind of cool that they're all their own little unit with all this stuff in it. I mean, probably most newer saws are like this, you know. I'm not super saw savvy. Like, I don't know everything about every saw. I work on a couple of them and I do a lot of research on the ones I work on. And I still probably don't know that much. I'm one of those guys. It takes me a lot of work to be a rookie on stuff. That's okay. I always say, I'm not competing with people because I'll probably lose. Okay. Let's take this off. See, that's kind of cool with these little tools. And this is a Husqvarna thing. You don't need, yeah, look at that. Super clean on the inside. Oh. I don't think we need to mess with the spark plug. Fuel lines feel okay. I cleaned out this filter. Again, I can't really remember too much about it. I probably spent 5 minutes in here. Yeah, carb is filthy. There, you get it out. There's one. Oh, now it's nice and loose. What's the chances I lose these things? Trying to get them back in. Now that is where the fun's at. So this probably just pops out of this thing, eh? Oh, okay. Yeah, they probably want me to get this primer bulb out, huh? Well, that ain't gonna happen. Get the hell up by something. There you go. Gotta smack it. Oh. Oh. Just gotta take the fuel off. I will say though, these hoses are magnificent. I'm so used to such absolute crap to work with. Okay. And that's supposed to go in there, eh? There you go. Here's your carburetor with the little body. Let's see if we can get her off. How in the world? I guess you just turn it off. All right. Pretty standard. I feel like you see these on a lot of Craftsmans. Everything's going to be down here, so let's take her apart, eh? Let's see what's going on here. Take it back. It's quite a bit of fun to take off. And this, that looks pretty good. So this goes like that, huh? And that's just there for nothing. That looks like it kind of twists on. And that's it. So that was easy. Just clean up in here a little bit, eh? Okay. So everything else looks fabulous. Let's take a peek at the old carburetor, eh? Okay. There's some fella. Alright, time to open this up. See how these old diaphragms look. I want to say I have a very similar one to this. I don't know if it'll fit, but I bought it brand new for Craftsman. Again, this is actually more of a Husqvarna, but we might be able to get it to work. Smell the gasoline. I wonder if that's where our problem was. This good old gas. Nope. I don't know. Metering diaphragm seems okay. With the needle sit. Looks pretty clean in there. You can see it. Seems pretty good. Here's the metering diaphragm. There's some bounce to it still. It looks pretty stretched out. I imagine it could be replaced. Let's see down here. All we'll do is we'll give them a quick wipe down with a clean cloth. So this is cool. This has a little screw at the bottom of this one. Looks a little dirty. So there's that. They just look old. Oh yeah, I see a flap. Let's see if you can get in on this. So the flaps, there's one flap right there. See how it's not level? Yeah, that's gonna be our problem right there. Pretty sure I don't have one of these. This thing's gonna need a rebuild though. And a nice cleaning. It's a Zama. So that's why it was hell rich when we were running. Just the old diaphragms. Sweet. It sounded like the guy just left it in gas. So what we will do, leave all this junk out. I'll probably clean up the bar a little bit. I'm gonna buy some new diaphragms for this. Let's take off this hose. Put that over there. We'll keep this thing apart. So gasket goes on the bottom, and then the pump goes on the top of it. Oh yeah, you can see it now. Look at that. You can't see crap. There. See it sticking up? compared to the other one. Oh yeah, this one right there. So it needs new pieces. I think that's it. I have a little solution down here to show me throwing it in there. Okay. I have this parts cleaner. Probably looks backwards too because I got it camera facing me so I can see it, but got quite the vintage. No matter what, I always wear gloves with this. Yeah, legit, I don't think anything else needs to be done to this. The thing ran pretty good. It just sounded super rich. It idled okay, but the guy said he left a bunch of fuel in it for a long time and then couldn't get it fired because guess what? I guess old fuel, like 2-year-old fuel, that sits in a garage doesn't seem to work very well. So what we're gonna do, this is quite the vintage. I'll show you guys, but we're just gonna soak her. I think she should be good. So here she is, quite the vintage. And that should clear. That should clear anything that may even be blocked. I don't think anything's blocked. Like I said, it ran. So what I'm gonna do is continue to just give a little bit of a wipe down. Go inside. A little bit of white paint here. See if I can get some goof off or something. Now, you know what? I have a magic eraser my wife just bought, so look here too. The plastic, a little cracked. So just your good old wear and tear. Oh, probably works. I think we'll keep that one, that's fine. Check it out. See if we can get all this stuff off, huh? All right, I got her back. The night of, started looking at rebuild kits for it, and they went $30 for a rebuild kit, just for the diaphragm and the other bits and pieces. So then I looked at a carb, and for a knockoff little Chinese one, they want $20. So what I ended up doing was I put it together as is. I kind of bent that that reed back into place, and it held air, so I do like a little, you kind of suck on it and blow on it, and air went through when you blew and it didn't when you suck, so I said that's good enough. It was running anyway, so it's a saw that I probably won't use very much. And it's just, this is for fun, right? So for $5, sure, I'll rebuild anything. For $30, it's gotta be broken, right? Like that's crazy. So I put it all back together, got the chain sharpened just a little bit. See if we can get a good look at the cut here. Nice and smooth. A little bit of an edge, should be okay. So what I'm probably gonna do, I have no gas in it, but the big thing that I'm gonna do is I have this wood out here. We had an almond tree get taken down, and this is what I'm going to use to test this stuff on. So we're going to throw these up onto these tire stands here with a strap, and it's going to be hella dangerous, and it's probably really dumb, but it should be good footage. So we're going to cut those. We're going to test out the 350, the 330, and of course this little Craftsman. And we're gonna laugh at this Craftsman as it's probably insanely undersized compared to the other ones, but just give them a good run. We're going to adjust the jets on them, specifically the high, because the idle should be fine. Like I said, this one was running crazy rich, no matter what you did. So I'm assuming the idle will probably still be fine, but the high jet probably needs some serious adjusting. Super easy to do though. I'm gonna spray a little WD-40 on the bar, so that way when we do a little startup, it's not super dry, because I wiped it all down and everything. But I'm just gonna go put her back, and then probably this week, we're gonna do a little test run and have some footage on that. But I'll probably just have like a little thing about taking this apart and putting her back together. So yeah, see how she runs.